What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. It's Yuana here, founder and CEO of Supwell. Today I'm back with another weekend shoe deal update. So I've spent the morning scouring the web for the best deals I could find out there from a variety of sites. So in this video, I'm gonna run down the 10 best deals that I could find out there. We got some good daily trainers, we got some good recovery running shoes, all those shoes to take you into that next phase of marathon training this fall. Before we get into it, make sure that you are subscribed and also go sign up for our newsletter because I do a deal roundup each week in that newsletter as well. So I'll link that in the description as well as links to all of the deals. All right, let's get into it. Alright, so first up, we got the Saucony Triumph 20 for $80 at Nordstrom Rack. Now I got the Saucony Triumph 20 right here. This is one that I've been highlighting each week because the deal just keeps getting lower and lower. This week we've got it for that $80 price point at Nordstrom Rack. So what this shoe is a max cushion daily trainer or recovery running shoe. It's one of the most comfortable shoes out there. I prefer it to the Asics Gel-Noosa 25, which is a very comfortable shoe as well. This is really good for long runs. It's a bit lighter and more responsive than some of those other max cushion shoes. So it's a really good option if you want something that is gonna protect your legs, but not really weigh you down on those longer efforts. I'm not sure how long this deal is gonna last, but the Triumph 20 is the same exact shoe as the Triumph 21 with just a minor upper change. So if you're looking for that latest and greatest in max cushioning, go ahead and grab that $80 deal while it's still out there. All right, next up, we got the Nike Pegasus. Now the Peg 40 is $90 at Nike.com. This is a shoe that basically needs no introduction, just that standard classic workhorse daily trainer. I've been running in mine a bit more recently, and I really like the way that this feels. I'm feeling a bit stronger. I don't need to be using those max cushion recovery shoes all the time. So I've been going for these stripped down, no frill shoes to push the pace a bit, and this is really a perfect shoe for that. Helps you feel connected to the ground. It's not going to mute a lot of that ground contact ride, and it's a relatively flexible and snappy platform. So if you want to push it to marathon pace or even faster, this is a really good shoe that's going to do that without weighing you down. All right, next up, we got the Saucony Endorphin Shift. Again, this is one that I've highlighted a few times, but I'm highlighting it again because the price keeps going lower and lower. So different colorways out there are 105 or 110, depending on which site you look, but it looks like they're going to keep dropping that price. I really like the shoe as a more cushioned daily training option. So if you're in a phase of training where you don't want to be feeling the ground that much, where you do want a little more help and extra support in running, this is a really great option. So it's got a thick stack of this ForeverRun foam. It's a standard EVA, but a really aggressive rocker. So while it's not the most bouncy feeling, you are going to get a lot of roll through with the rocker. So if you don't want to be putting a lot of pressure on your leg, you want a little bit of extra help hitting those paces or just building your weekly mileage up, then this is a really good choice for that. It's also good for mild stability as it has this plastic heel clip around the back. All right, next up, we got the Puma ForeverRun Nitro for $110 at Puma.com. This is a really similar shoe to that Saucony Endorphin Shift in that it's offering mild stability in a relatively lightweight, not overly cumbersome package. So if you are looking for a shoe that can help with some of those recovery efforts or for easier running days and you need a bit of support for maybe you're not an aggressive overpronator but a mild overpronator, then the ForeverRun Nitro is going to be a good shoe for you. It has a nice supercritical foam in there that's not overly bouncy, but it does have some nice pep and responsiveness and some feedback when you pick up the pace a bit. All right, next up we have the Cloudstratus 2 for $120 at On.com. So this is a shoe that I really like. I've put probably close to 600 miles across two pairs of this, and they just came out with the Cloudstratus 3, so the second version is dropping in price. This is a really good shoe for a daily trainer, also that hybrid gym and run shoe if you like to go on the treadmill and then do HIIT style workouts. I would go to CrossFit classes in these, and they're a really good option because they have that plastic heel clip for stability. So if you're looking for an all-rounder type of shoe that can do walks, do runs, do gym work, then I would highly recommend this shoe. Also, the build quality on this thing is absolutely insane. It's one of the best constructed, highest quality shoes that across running shoes to non-running shoes that I've ever used. I beat the heck out of my last pair, and there's barely any wear and tear on them. All right, next up, we got the Asics Gel-Noosa Tri 14 for $97 at fleetfeet.com. So if you want a standard daily trainer that's not gonna have crazy bouncy foam, it's not gonna be plated, just a nice, simple, friendly ride, then the Gel-Noosa Tri 14 is a really good option. Similar to that On, it can do a lot of things. It's a very flexible, adaptable platform. It's not gonna be just pigeonholed into running. So if you're the type of runner who wants a do-it-all shoe for every day as well as for running, then that Gel-Noosa Tri 14 is gonna be a great option. Next up, we got the Hoka Gaviota 4 for $130 at Fleet Feet. So the Gaviota is a stability version of that classic Clifton. So if you're a fan of that Hoka style, but you want something with a bit more support and stability, then the Gaviota is a really good choice. I would recommend this for beginners who are getting into running and maybe you don't have the most leg strength built up, you're not coming from a robust lifting program or another sport. Gaviota is a great choice. Also, I know Hoka is a really popular brand right now. I personally need to run in shoes that make me feel good and that look good. So if you're a fan of that Hoka aesthetic and you want a bit more support, then go for that Gaviota. Next up, I'm gonna hit you with the trail pick. We got the Nike ZoomX Zegama for $111 at REI. So the Zegama is Nike's trail shoe that uses that ZoomX foam that we also see in shoes like the Vaporfly, Streakfly, and Alphafly. That ZoomX is a Puma compound, which is really bouncy, responsive, and light. So on the trails, it's gonna give a bit more fun ride, a bit bouncier sensation than you'd get in a standard trail running shoe. Also, the styling on this thing is elite. So if you're looking for a shoe that can look good on the trails, but also hit the brewery after, also look good around the campground or whatever you're into, then highly recommend the Zegama. All right, next up, we got the Puma Deviate Nitro 2 for $120 at Dick's Sporting Goods. So Deviate Nitro 2 is a really interesting shoe. It uses two different types of foams and a carbon fiber plate. A lot of runners love this as a long run shoe in addition to a daily trainer that helps take some of that pressure off your legs. Also great for pushing the pace a little bit if you want something with a bit more snap than a classic daily trainer like a Pegasus or a Audi Zero SL. Normally retails for $160. Right now it's at $120 in this black colorway at Dick's Sporting Goods. So if you're looking to try a new plated trainer, Deviate Nitro 2 is a great choice. All right, last we have the New Balance More V4 for $120 at Marathon Sports. So the More V4 is a really interesting shoe. I actually tried it and didn't love it. It's a max cushion recovery running shoe similar to the Gel-Nimbus and the Saucony Triumph. I prefer the Saucony Triumph, but a lot of runners do like the More V4 for that planted feeling that it provides. It's similar to that Shift in that the foam isn't going to be the bounciest or snappiest, but it does have that rocker up front that will help you roll along a bit. So if you want a more planted feeling, if you want a shoe for walking that's going to be super comfortable, or maybe just for cooling down after hard efforts at the track or something to wear around town, More V4 is a great choice. All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are the 10 best deals for you this weekend. Also, make sure to drop your email in that sign up link that I put below, and I'll give you these via email as well. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll make sure to keep you up to date on the latest and greatest in the world of performance running.